Hi guys, welcome to my first YouTube tutorial. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to create a spotlight smoky eye for you with a bolder lip. More fall-like, but that's my favorite, so. Alright, let's jump right into it. So my face is already moisturized, so we're going to go straight in with primer, and I'm going to use two today. I'm going to use the Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer from L'Oreal, and then the Professional from Benefit. I'm going to put the Magic Lumi all over my face to brighten that up. Then we're going to fill in some pores with the Professional, right around my nose. Now that we've primed our face, we're going to go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. I'm in color 2C3, Fresco. I'm actually still testing this one out, but I like it so far. It's a medium coverage foundation, but you can build it up really well, which I like. Then we're gonna buff that out with a Real Technique beauty blender. Okay, now that we have somewhat of an even tone, we're gonna start concealing, and today I'm gonna use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in... There's not a color on here, so we're going to place that underneath the eyes to cover up those bags. We're going to highlight while we're at it. And now we're going to take this Airspun loose powder to bake under the eyes and in our T-zone. I'm going to take that on the flat end of my beauty blender and bake that under the eyes so we prevent some creasing. I'm going to put it on my chin, bake that, my nose, and my forehead. Okay, and while we're letting that bake, I'm going to start doing my eyebrows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I like to draw a line underneath and start filling in the tail, and then I go in and fill in the sparse spots on my top. Next I'll start drawing in the front of my brow, making some fake false hairs. And I'll go and do the same to the other brow. Then I'll take the spoolie end of this Brow Wiz and blend that all out. Then once I have all of the pencil blended out, I'm going to take the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown as well, and start to darken up the tail and sharpen that up a little bit. For this I like to use a Morphe angled flat brush. This came in a brush set, so it's not labeled, but I can link that in the description box below if you'd like. After that, I like to go back in with the spoolie end of the Anastasia and blend that out as well. Or you're not really blending it out, you're more so moving the product around so it looks more even. Before we carve out the eyebrows with some concealer, I like to wipe away the powder, therefore I'm not packing on liquid on top of the powder. Next I'm going to take some Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation, and I'm going to lightly tap my brush in that, tap off the excess, and I'm going to push that in the areas where I didn't bake, just setting the rest of my face with it. Using another Morphe brush out of the brush set I mentioned earlier, I'm going to take the ColourPop concealer and just carve out those brows to make them a little more clean. Now we're going to start bronzing up the face a little bit. I'm going to take some ColourPop Pressed Powder Face. That should be the other way around. That's funny. Okay. It's bronzer, basically. Looks like this. I'm going to take some on another Morphe brush. Surprise, surprise. I like to take it from the top of my ear to the corner of my cheek. I don't want to be messy with it and get it all over down here. It'll make my face look longer. You always want to make it the darkest near your hairline as well, bringing your face look a little more lifted, and it'll really bring out your cheekbones. I'm gonna put a little on my forehead and temples just to give me a little sun-kissed vibe. And then I'm going to tie it all in together by taking it near my jawline and dragging it down my neck. Getting rid of that double chin right here. Okay, now we're going to go back in with the same fluffy brush I used to put on that face powder. And I'm going to diffuse the bronzer a little bit. I like to, I don't like such a noticeable contour bronzer. I want to keep it all looking nice and, I was going to say natural, but in no way is this natural. And we're going back in with the loose face powder by Airspun, or Coty Airspun. And I'm going to take some more on my beauty sponge, and I'm going to clean that up. And I spilled it all over myself once again. I'm telling you what, you cannot win with loose powder. This is where I'm going to take it from the top of my ear to the corner of my cheek, just cleaning it up, making it more defined but not harsh. We're going to blend it out anyways. Here I'm going to take the same fluffy brush that I used, and I'm going to blend that away. Just kind of cleans it up a little bit, you know? I often like to skip blush because I don't find it a necessity. My face is red anyways, naturally. So it'll peek through, and not a necessity to me. So we're going to jump straight into highlighter, and today I'm using the Siberian Gold Skin Frost by Jeffree Star. I'm going to use the G23 from the Gunmetal Collection highlighter brush, or fan brush. Swirl that around, tap it off, and glowing away. Now I'm gonna put all these powders down with the Master Fix by Face Studio Maybelline. Gonna spritz that all over and pat it down with my sponge to really soak it in. What I like to do is go over the parts where I highlighted last. To me, I think that the sponge picks up the glitter left on top of your face, and I don't want these areas sparkly or highlighted in any way, so I like to go over that last with my sponge just to make sure it stays where I put it. Next, I'm gonna set these brows with some clear mascara because your girl doesn't have eyebrow gel, so this'll do. It's fine. Gonna go in a upward motion with that, making them look a little fuller. Now I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion anti-aging long-lasting eyeshadow base. As cliche it is, and the name's still just as long. We're going to take just a little bit of that on the tip of my finger, and I'm going to put it on both lids. Make sure the eyeshadow lasts all day long. Now we're going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, which I'm sure you all recognize. Now for this look, I'm going to take this shade right here and go all over my lid with that. Just setting a base down and also putting a little bit of a transition shade in there. Next I'm going to take more of a dome brush by the Morphe brush set I'm in, and I'm going to use this shade right here. I'm going to put that in my crease from the outer corner all the way to the inner corner because we're doing a Spotlight Smoky Eye today. So we want to make the outer corner just as dark as the inner corner. I'm going in with the same brush I used the first time, which is another by Morphe, and it's, if you would focus maybe, it's more of an angled brush with a bigger head. And I'm going to buff out the edges around here. Now during a Spotlight Smoky Eye, you want to try to keep the center of your lid a little more bare, therefore the glitter that you choose to put will pop out a little bit more since it doesn't have any color behind it. Next I'm going to use this color right here, and I'm going to just deepen up my crease a little bit more. Putting that on the inner and outer corner of my eye, and then meeting the two right in the middle. But I'm going to keep this one lower in the crease, not going to smoke it out near as much. Alright, so we're looking a little messy right now, but we're going to take the same dome brush we used in our crease, and we're going to blend that out. Now to deepen this look a little bit, we're going to take the darkest brown in the palette right here, and we're going to just put a tiny bit of that in the outer and inner corner. For this, I'm going to be using a little Eco Tools brush. And once again, we're gonna blend it out. My camera's dying, so we're gonna hurry this look up. I'm gonna apply Queen right here, the gold of the palette, right on the center of my lid, and I'll be right back. Alright, so after I applied some darkness to the inner and outer corner, I blended out the bottom lower lash line with the first two shadows I used, and I'm going in with the Jeffree Star Siberian Gold highlight again, right in the inner corners. I'm also going to put a little bit of that highlight right on the brow bone. And to finish off the eyes, I popped on some falsies by Ardell, the Baby Wispy ones. And now, last but not least, we're going to apply some Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in Family Jewels. Alright guys, and that finishes off this makeup look for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I loved creating it for you. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!